Hello. So, in this video, we're going to introduce sort of the overall structure goal of the next segment, derivatives. So, we're going to be going through quite a bit of stuff. We're spending most of the semester on derivatives, in fact. So, I just, in this video, want to sort of give an idea of where we're going. So, derivatives, remember at their heart, at the sort of core of what a derivative is this method of determining how a function is changing at a given point. This might seem sort of like a weird thing to focus on, especially for as much time as we're focusing on it, but it turns out there's lots of clever uses and lots of ways that we can sort of apply this that may not be very obvious. So before we can do really anything with derivatives, we kind of have to know how to sort of compute them and deal with them. So the first part of what we're going to be doing is spending a significant amount of time learning rules and techniques that are necessary for computing what these values are rather quickly. So we've seen sort of instantaneous rates of change and various things using the difference quotient, and it may seem like, it's all sort of the same, just running it through with that. But it turns out that if we try to do everything with a difference quotient, it would get really time-consuming and, frankly, just awful. So, for example, if you had a function like this and then you try to plug that into a difference quotient, you would probably want to hunt somebody down and beat them. So we don't want to do that. So we're going to spend sort of a significant amount of time learning how to tackle this thing relatively easily by breaking it apart, using various rules and these kinds of things. That's going to be a significant amount of time. Then we're going to move into applications of derivatives. So for example, we'll figure out how to determine when a function is increasing, decreasing. We'll learn how to sketch detailed graphs of functions that you normally would have no idea what they look like. And we'll spend actually a pretty good chunk of time talking about optimizations and related rates and things like that, among a lot of other applications. So we'll have all kinds of different applications that we'll go through once we sort of know how to compute them quickly and easily. So as a sort of general ending here, just keep in mind that sort of initially in this derivative process, we'll be covering a lot of mechanics. This is ultimately to make your life easier so you can actually compute the derivatives that you need to without going crazy trying to use a difference quotient. But it's going to feel a little sort of separated from context compared to a lot of the other stuff we do, because we're trying to get through just the mechanical algebraic manipulation parts of it. Once we've sort of got enough of that under our belt, then we're going to go through and cover a lot of applications. And that's where we'll see how these things apply in the real world and various places we can use them to know and recognize when derivatives can be used and would be useful when sort of getting a problem thrown at you and stuff like that. Okay? So that is that. We're going to plow ahead, as it were, and tackle mechanics first. So that's that.